Thank you all for joining. Let's start by lying on our backs and the usual amount of props for tonight's class, which will be 2 blankets and a bolster or maybe a firm cushion from your couch. Please come lying on your back, folded blanket under the head, bolster under the knees. And yeah, just come into Savasana and just start to relax. So let's begin. And so let's start by lengthening the back of the neck, just moving the chin a little bit down towards the throat and back towards the ears. Softening the jaw. Moving the shoulders down and back. Arms beside the body, palms facing up towards the sky. And feeling the opening across the chest. The softness in the belly. The evenness of the hips on the earth. And then feeling the length of the thigh bones over the bolster. And then the lower legs are relaxed and the feet are completely relaxed. So let's start by creating our container of kindness. All right, so we start by creating this feeling of kindness, right, that we get to direct at the different dimensions of our being. And so if you find it hard to connect with kindness right now, just sometimes just a little smile, turning up so the sides of the mouth can really soften the attitude and invite in some gentleness and kindness. So see if that works for you. And then let's shine that kindness on the physical, emotional, and mental body, right? The different dimensions of our being. And let's start with the belly. The belly being the energetic center of the physical body. And so noticing sensations in the body. Noticing waves or vibrations. Areas of different temperature. Just welcoming them as they are and welcoming them with kindness. And even if you're working with an injury, just see if you can soften that attitude and welcome it with kindness. And then let's bring our attention to the heart, the energetic center of the emotional body. Again, shining the light of kindness on the heart, and noticing the full range of emotions in the heart. Noticing any gratitude or joy, anxiety, overwhelm. And so they're all there. And just welcoming them with kindness without trying to change them. So we're aligning with reality here. We're welcoming how things are, surrendering into what is true. And then let's bring our attention to the mental body, bringing your attention to the brain, the head. And the head is the energetic center of the mental body. Okay, so noticing the thoughts, perhaps the texture of the mind. Is there a lot of space there? Is there emptiness? Perhaps there's a sense of busyness. Or maybe some radiance. Okay, so turning to the full range of conditions in the mental body and welcoming them with kindness. Welcome as you are. And then keeping this attitude of gentleness and aligning with reality. Let's bring our attention to the breath. And let's bring the palms of the hands onto the belly, palms facing down, elbows relaxed on the earth. So bringing your attention to the nostrils. So sipping in air through the nostrils, inhaling with ease. Feel the belly rise into the hands. And then exhale out the mouth. Inhaling through the nose with ease. And feeling the belly rise into the hands. And then exhale, opening the mouth. Long cleansing exhale out the mouth. Inhaling through the nose with ease. Feeling the belly rise into the hands. And then exhale, feeling the belly release in towards the spine. And settling into your own cadence, your own rhythm. As you inhale through the nose, tracing the breath, the back of the throat down into the lungs. And feel the belly rise into the hands. And then exhale out the nose with the lips gently sealed, or you can exhale out the mouth. So reconnecting with that sense of kindness as you do this breathing practice. On the next exhale, staying with the exhale till all the breath has left the body. And then exhaling into the moment after exhale. Completely surrendering into that, the base of the exhale. Inviting the body to settle. Okay, so one more cycle here on the belly. And then let's bring the hands to the side body. And gently cupping the side ribs with the hands. So now inhaling into the belly, continuing into the side ribs, feeling them expand into the hands. And then opening the mouth, long cleansing exhale. Feeling the ribs move in and down on the exhale. As you inhale through the nose, feel the ribs move up and out into the hands. And then as you exhale, feel the ribs move in and down. On the next exhale, you can make an ah or a sigh if it feels good. On your next exhale, staying with the exhale until all the breath has left the body. And then diving into the emptiness at the base of the exhale. And then let's bring the palms of the hands to the upper chest, palms facing down, elbows relaxed on the earth. So now let's inhale belly, side ribs, mid back, upper back, and into the upper chest. And then opening the mouth, long cleansing exhale, down the central channel of the body, and into the pelvic floor. So inhaling belly, side ribs, mid back, upper back, and into the upper chest. And then exhaling down the central channel, past the throat, the heart, the lungs, the liver, the kidneys, and into the pelvic floor. Relaxing, exhaling into the moment after exhale. Okay, so 3 more rounds here. Just reconnecting with kindness as you do that. And just softening the attitude. And one more cycle of breath here. And then returning the arms beside the body, palms facing up towards the sky. And just noticing how it feels, all the conditions in your physical, emotional, and mental body. Right? This is how it feels. It's such a unique, precious moment. And then let's bring the elbows to the earth. So the palms are facing each other. And we're going to rub the palms of the hands together, right? So we're going to create some energy. You're going to feel heat in between the palms. You can have the fingers together and then wide. And then let's just bring the elbows back to the earth and just bring the palms facing one another and just feeling the energy between the palms. You can move the palms further and closer. All right, so this is the feeling of energy that we cultivate in the body with these yin poses. Right? And so just because we can't see it, it doesn't mean it's not there, right? So we can feel it. And so we're going to do that one more time. Let's bring the palms together, rubbing, creating the heat. And this is a Taoist practice for harvesting energy. And then let's bring the heels of the hands over the eyes and the fingers towards the hairline. And just applying a little bit of pressure, allowing the heels of the hands to move into the eye sockets. And just noticing, feeling the energy here. And so as you stare into that black space behind your hands, and just noticing what is there. Any images, colors, maybe even sounds. And allow your mind to be as vast or as wide as the sky, as if you're staring into the night sky. And just feeling the vastness, the darkness. And so last breath here. And then returning the arms beside the body, palms facing up towards the sky. And just see if you can connect with that, the vastness of the night sky, with the eyes closed. And let's bend the knees in towards the chest, wrapping the arms around the knees. Lengthening the back of the neck. Feeling the lower back widen on the earth. And then rolling over onto the left side of the mat, if that's available to you. And then pressing the palm into the earth, coming up to seated. Okay, so as you come to seated, let's just move the flesh of the buttocks back. All right, so we're going to do this energy harvesting one more time. Now we might do it more throughout practice as well. And so this time we're going to do it, and just intuitively we're going to put your hand somewhere on the body where you feel that might need some healing or some attention. Okay, so let's start by rubbing the palms of the hands together again. Really fast. Fingers wide or fingers together. And then hands facing each other. And you can move the palms together or move them wide. Right, so feeling the flow. Feeling that mysterious divine energy between the hands. And now placing the hands anywhere that you feel needs some attention in the body. You could place your hands on your lower back, or you're just going to be here for 4 rounds of breath. If you like, you can visualize the energy transferring from the hands into that part of the body. This is healing energy, right? This is the intuitive healing of the body. Okay, so last breath here. Let's all inhale through the nose. And then exhale, open the mouth. Let's do that again. Inhaling with ease through the nose, down into the belly. And then exhale, open the mouth. And just one more like that. Inhaling through the nose, down into the belly. And then exhale. And then let's release the palms onto the knees, palms facing down. And just noticing how things are right now. So if you'd like to stay in meditation for a little bit longer after the harvesting of energy, please do so. Otherwise, please join me in butterfly pose, which I'm going to come seated on a blanket for this. And so the hips are on the edge of the blanket, and you have a prop that you can fold forward onto. Okay, so let's make a diamond shape with the soles of the feet. And so you want it about a foot out from the pelvis, right? So there's a large diamond shape there. Any knee issues, place blankets here. Okay, and so we're going to inhale, lengthening through the spine, hinging at the hips, coming forward, fingertips to the earth. So easing carefully into the pose, Coming to your first edge, and your first edge is where you feel a, we'll say, moderate sensation, kind of an achiness, inner thighs, outer hips, up the spine. Your breath is relaxed and you feel you can stay here for a while. Okay. And then let's support the head. Many ways to support the head, all depending on how much space you have in the body tonight, right? Every time we do this, it could be a little bit different, right? So meeting your body where it is tonight. Supporting the head. And so see if you can feel the ligaments on either side of the spine just starting to breathe here. So you feel a lengthening up and down the spine. So settling into the breath. So if you know Ujjayi breathing, you can do that. If not, I'll lead you through a few rounds. So this breathing is done in and out the nose with the lips gently sealed. So take a gentle inhale through the nose and inhaling towards the back of the throat. And then on the exhale, caressing the roof of the mouth and making the sound of the ocean on the exhale. And so if Ujjayi breathing doesn't feel easeful for you, you can breathe through, inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. So just finding the style of breathing that helps you settle into the pose. And as you exhale, just melting into butterfly. As the achiness starts to build, see if you can direct the breath into those achy parts of the body. Reconnecting with the kindness, sending the kindness to any part of the body that needs it tonight. So with these long held poses, we get to shed light on areas that may not have seen light in a while. So as the achiness intensifies, becoming curious about what else is here. What else is here? And staying soft as the intensity builds. And just notice how you're reacting to that. Right? A lot of us have knee-jerk reactions. This is becoming a little bit unpleasant. I need it to stop. Right? So seeing if you can create a new way of being here. And just noticing the achiness. We're all feeling it. But just noticing it as opposed to attaching the story that I need to come out. So 3 more breaths here. Let's take the last one together. Gentle inhale through the nose. And then exhale out the mouth. And then on the inhale, pressing into the prop, moving it to the side. Hands on the outer knees, and let's bring the legs down straight. You can allow the feet to open. You can have the palms of the hands on the thighs. Or you can bring the palms behind, as if you're lying on the beach, looking up at the sun. Okay, so dropping into the flow of energy here. See if you can feel it up the outer legs, or perhaps the inner thighs. And see if you can identify this sensation with what you felt between your hands earlier when we did the harvesting of energy between the hands. So this is the distribution of chi along the energy line. In this case, it's the gallbladder energy channel on the outer legs, the kidney and the liver on the inner thighs. You also have the bladder energy channel up the back body. Last breath here. Coming to straight spine, stay on the blanket and keep the left leg straight. Let's just bend the right knee. The sole of the right foot is just in line with the left inner thigh. If you like, you can just move the flesh of the buttocks back, coming onto the sit bones. And again, having your prop nearby. So we're going to inhale through the crown of the head and then exhale, hinging with the hips, leading with the heart, coming down over that left leg. Right? You can relax the left foot, allow the foot to become yin as opposed to active. And then coming to your first edge. Right? And your first edge is where you feel that moderate sensation, the back of the left leg, the lower back on the right side, the left side, and you might be feeling it in the right hip as well. If you have any knee injuries here, you can just place a folded blanket or item of clothing underneath the left knee. And then let's see if we can support the forehead here. Coming down onto one of your props. If that right knee is giving you an issue, you can place a blanket underneath that right knee to support it. And again, just allow the spine to relax. Feeling the lengthening on either side of the spine. So the longitudinal ligaments starting to release and lengthen. You want to make sure that you don't overextend that left knee here. Again, if it's feeling any way uncomfortable, you can place something underneath it, something like an item of clothing. So the target tissue here is the back of the left leg. We're stimulating the bladder energy channel. What this does, it helps us to balance feelings in conjunction with the kidney to balance fear and loneliness, right? Two big emotions that many of us have felt this week, I am sure. I know I have. So as the achiness intensifies here, sending the breath into the areas where that need to be caressed or held. Noticing any resistance, any reactive desire to come out of the pose just because it's feeling a bit uncomfortable. I mean, obviously, if there's pain here, you should come out, but just seeing if there is a mini little breakthrough here. So dive into the breath to help you soften into the intensity. You can see if you can just spot the narrative, the story that accompanies the sensation. Okay, so last 3 breaths here. And then on the inhale, pressing into the prop, moving the prop to one side. And you can just straighten that right leg down, the left leg in if you're ready. And then let's move the flesh of the buttocks back, coming onto the sit bones. You might notice the side would be different. So inhale, fingertips to the earth, and then coming down slowly. Right, so feeling the lengthening at the back of that right leg. The sole of the foot is yin, right? So no active yang energy here, just soft sole of the right foot. And coming to your first edge, where you have that moderate sensation, the back of the right leg, perhaps that right outer hip, the lower back, maybe the left hip. Your breath is relaxed and you think you can stay here for a bit. And then arranging your prop. Inviting the spine to turn in. And so when this kidney bladder energy is imbalanced, as I mentioned, we can feel fearful and lonely. And then on the flip side, when the energy is in balance, we can feel faith. We have faith in life. We have the ability to trust. We feel kind of grounded in where we are in life. And so the kidney is the foundational energy system in the body. It's tied to the immune system and all the fluid systems in the body. It's also, sometimes I've heard that a back pain can just be due to congested kidney chi. I heard that from my acupuncturist. And so working with this dimension of the body is, I mean, I think we're so fortunate to have found it, right? I think working with the body on just the physical and emotional plane and mental plane is one thing, right? But understanding how energy flows in the body and how we can harvest it and heal ourselves is, I think that we're very fortunate to have found this other dimension, right? I think it makes life much richer, more exciting. Notice if your jaw is clenching a little bit. See if you can release that. Again, inviting the resistance to come to the surface. Just allow it to float into your awareness and just notice it as opposed to reacting to it. Any resistance to staying in the pose or going a little bit deeper. Okay, last 3 breaths here. And then on the inhale, press the palms into the earth. Let's move the prop out of the way. Let's bend both knees, coming to simple meditation position. Let's inhale through the nose and down into the belly, and then exhale out the mouth. Dropping into the sensations. Just one more breath here. So now we're going to move into gentle back bend. We're going to come into Sphinx. We've been doing this a lot lately because it's so important right now. So we're going to go deeper into the cultivation of kidney chi in the lower back, right? So elbows underneath the shoulders, and then just crossing the opposite elbows just to get a good foundation. And then you can have the hands, palms together, fingers intertwined, or you can have the palms down. And see if you can kind of relax the flesh on the shoulders, across the chest, and the back. And then just have a very slight lift through the heart center, just a small glimmer of lift, right? So not that you're completely turning in, right? So you're just feeling a little lift in the heart. You can have the head is relaxed, in line with the spine, or if you're fortunate enough to have a prop that is the ideal height, you can, what I've been doing lately in my personal practice is resting the head, and it just adds that other level of surrender to the pose. So for me, this bolster is ideal if you choose to do that. A bolster might work for you. The forehead is resting. Okay, so the only place you want to feel achiness right now is that lower back, the lumbar spine. And we really just want a light moderate sensation here. If the sensation is already enough for you, you can stay here, or if you want to go deeper, you can place a blanket underneath the elbows. If this is too much, you can bring the elbows forward, backing off out of the intensity. Or you can place a bolster underneath the chest or underneath the shoulders. That will take the pressure off the shoulders. So just gently caressing that achiness in the lower back with the breath. Just bringing your awareness there. And so during the week, I was doing some study with one of my teachers, and we were doing that energy harvesting work that we did with the hands. And we were also doing further exploration of kidney chi. And I learned that well, obviously we know that the kidneys are kind of waist high on either side of the spine, right? On the right side, we have the kidney there is, when that's out of balance, that is the one that's associated with fear. And the one on the left is with loneliness. And then on the flip side, one of them is associated with wisdom, right? Primordial wisdom. Knowing that, we just have a sense of knowing that things are okay. And then the other one is when imbalance is associated with will, just having the right amount of determination in life, right? So we're not overly ambitious or aggressive with our goals, nor are we, passive. It's just finding that right level of energy, ambition, determination, and still being able to stay grounded. And so we could do a whole class on this. So doing this work is so meaningful and therapeutic for the health of the kidneys as an organ. Okay, so last 3 breaths here. And then after the next exhale, elbows underneath the body. We're going to move the hips back, bring the knees in, and let's start with the knees wide. Okay, you're going to push the hips back over the heels, feeling the broadening in the lower back, right? Where we just compressed, now we're decompressing it, right? So hips back to the heels. And then when you feel you have the space in the lower back, let's just bring the knees in close. And then heels back. You can stay on the elbows for a few breaths. Just allow the spine to acclimatize. And then if you have the space, if you have the space in the lower back, you can bring the forehead to the earth. Arms reaching out in front. Palms, fingertips wide. Our fingers sprayed on the earth. If this is too much on the knees, you can place a blanket at the backs of the thighs. So let's bring our attention to the kidneys on either side of the spine. Right? So just kind of waistline, the right kidney on the right and the left on the left, right? See if you can just visualize those. And just bringing your awareness there and just resting your awareness on that part of the body. And inhale into that kidney band. And then exhale. Let's do 2 more like that. Inhaling into the kidney band, so inhaling into both kidneys. And then exhale. Let's do 1 more like that. Inhaling into the kidney band. And then exhale. So when we do this, we charge up the kidneys. The kidneys are like the batteries of the body. When they are deflated or the energy is low, the whole system is affected. Right? So doing these simple energetic visualization practices can be very rejuvenating. The last 3 breaths here. Then on the inhale, pressing the palms into the earth. If you like, you can cross both ankles, moving the hips back, sit bones to the earth, and then come lying on your back. Okay. So we're going to move into a spinal twist here. And so let's lift the hips to the left and back down, right? So you're just scooching the hips to the left. And then you can just allow both knees to move down to the left. You can place a prop in between the knees, or the deeper twist is crossing that left leg over the right and then gliding both legs down towards the right hand on the outer left knee, and then opening that left arm to a T or cactus arm. And just moving the elbow and finding that position where you feel an opening in the upper left arm across the chest. And let's start by gazing over the right shoulder. Okay, so feel the stretch on the upper left arm across the chest, down the left side of the body, the left hip, and perhaps down that IT band, the outer left thigh. Then seeing if you can relax the legs here, even if the legs are crossed. And just invite the legs to relax and see what happens, letting go of any kind of gripping or activation. And see if you can melt into the twist with more ease. And then let's bring our attention to the heart, the center of the chest. And let's visualize on the inhale, golden sunlight energy into the heart. And then exhaling it across the left collarbone, down the left arm, into the palm of the hand. And then inhaling it back up the arm into the heart center. And then exhaling it down the arm into the palm of the hand. You may feel the energy in the palm of the hand, similar to the energy that we felt at the starter class in between the palms. Right? So just playing around with this and just becoming curious about the flow of energy, right? So inhaling into the heart, exhaling down the arm, into the palm of the hand. And then inhaling back up the arm across the chest, into the heart. If that feels intuitively good for you, please continue. If not, you can just drop into any breathing that feels good. Okay, so 3 more breaths here. And we inhale, head back to center. And then crossing the legs, sole of the left foot to the earth, moving slowly. Bringing the hips back to center, keeping the knees bent for a moment. You can have the arms beside the body. And when you're ready, when you feel that your spine has recalibrated, let's move into the other side. So lifting the hips and back down to the right. So just scooting the hips to the right and then right leg over left, if that's what you did on the other side. Or you might want to back off here and just allow both knees to stack and come down to the left. So crossing that right leg over the left is the most advanced. Will take you deeper into the twist. You can have the left hand on that outer right knee and then opening that right arm to a T or cactus. Cactus will give you a kind of a deeper opening across that right arm and into the chest, and then turning the head over the left shoulder. Let's see if we can invite the legs to relax. Let go. Let go of any gripping, any activation. If you like, we can do the heart energy breath here. To be inhaling golden light into the heart center, exhaling across the right collarbone, down that right arm and into the palm of the hand, and then exhaling back up the arm into the heart. And so repeating the cycle if that feels good. And just noticing as you bring your awareness to that right arm and the heart center. See if you can feel that energy. So just 3 more breaths here. And then On the inhale, let's bring the head back to center. Slowly uncrossing the legs, bringing the feet back to center, lifting the hips, and then so the chin is in line with the pelvis. Feeling the beautiful release of the twist here. And then knees in towards the chest, lengthening the back of the neck, gently squeezing the knees in. And legs down for final Savasana, or you can come to seated meditation or Savasana with the sound of the bowl. Bringing your attention back to the breath, back to the body. Bending the knees in towards the chest, wrapping the arms around the knees, gently squeezing the knees in. And rolling over to one side. Pressing the palm into the earth, coming up to seated. As you come to seated, you can come sitting on something, a blanket, and just moving the flesh of the buttocks back, coming onto the sit bones. Lengthening through the spine. Inhale the shoulders up towards the ears and then exhale them down the back. Do that again, inhaling shoulders up towards the ears and exhaling them down the back. And one more like that, inhaling up towards the ears and then down the back. And then keeping that broadening across the heart center, just relax the shoulders. So keeping the heart energy lifting up, moving the chin back just a little bit, feeling the heart brightly shining. And then let's bring the right hand onto the heart, left hand on top of right. Let's end our practice with the sound of inhaling for Hands to prayer, thumbs to third eye. Let's bow to this wonderful practice and our wonderful teachers. Namaste.